Next up, we have Away from the Final Fantasy XVI original soundtrack by Masayoshi Soken. Once again, everybody, this is a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician and composer, and my objective here is to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what is happening here musically. So, if you like the sound of that, make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member. Once again, everybody, members get early access to the content. Artists, I want to collaborate with everybody. I have a whole spiel about a bunch of stuff at the end of the video, so stick around for that. Disclaimers showing on your screen right now, so go ahead and pause the video if you want to read them in full. Otherwise, let's do this. Away. Let's go. And welcome to the hand. 7 seconds in, and we already have absolutely brilliant music. So, we start with I'm just piecing this together because that was a lot to take in. We start with the strings, the violins. We have a full orchestra, it would seem, playing right now. And in this case, we have the violins giving us our initial motif. Motif being the smallest version of your musical idea, the seed, the essence from which everything else comes from. And it is immediately sequenced. So, sequencing in music, sequencing is a way that you can develop your material very nicely, which is repeating a musical idea, the same melodic shape, just from a different starting point. So let's take a simpler example in this, right? So let's have this very lovely C major. We have that, and we repeat that same melody or melodic shape just from a different starting point. So here we have the original, sequence, and it doesn't have to be just stepwise. It can really be anything. So we can do, of course, diatonic, which is what I've been doing. By the way, diatonic is when the notes you are playing completely belong in this scale. So you are adapting the shape of the melody to the scale that you're playing. Because the shape that we're having here, the distance covered in these three notes, is not the same distance covered by these three notes. Why? Because the distance between the second and third note is not the same as these two. Because here it is 2 half steps, and here it's only 1. So even though we're doing the same melody with the same melodic shape, we are adjusting it to the scale that we're in this case, C major. I don't play the piano. So C major. And then it becomes diatonic. Otherwise, it would be chromatic. I think the opposite of diatonic is chromatic. Chromatic, of course, means that it uses the chromatic scale, and it just keeps the exact same shape. So in this case, if we were to sequence this in the exact same way, it would go like this. So it would give us like this like whole tone scale, which, by the way, it is one of the coolest scales out there. It is one of the few that are kind of symmetrical, the whole tone scale, which is you just put whole tones on top of whole tones. Because the way that scales are built, you usually get a combination of whole tones and half tones. A half tone or a half step is, the distance between one key and the key right next to it. The whole tone scale, very much the wonder, we're going into a dream kind of scale. Very much one of the few symmetrical things that we have in music. Very cool thing. But yeah, I'm going off on a tangent, right? So we're having the melody being sequenced, and then we have, of course, percussion, we have a bass drum, and we have, I think, the trombones and the tuba giving us that Hans Zimmer boom that we always get. Of course, let me show you an orchestra, right? Because the orchestra is a lot of people. There's a lot of people in an orchestra, not products. I want this. Here it is. Here is the image that we usually use, right? So if I were to bring this over to Microsoft Paint, here you have what is usually your full orchestra. This is going to have a lot of people. So over here, you're going to have the... Let me change this to yellow. So here you're going to have first violins, second violins, which is going to be all of these people. These are kind of crammed in here. Second violins, then you're going to have violas, your violas. And as you can see, there's a lot of them because these instruments are not that loud by themselves compared to the other instruments. Violas over here, cellos over here, they kind of go up to here, and then double basses over here, which is called the string orchestra. Then we have the woodwind section. We have, over here in this case, we have an philharmonic orchestra, which has a few more instruments. Here we have a piccolo flute. We have 3 flutes. We have 3 oboes with one of the variations, I forget the name of this one. We have 3 clarinets over here with a bass clarinet over here. Then we have 3 bassoons with a contrabassoon. Then we have all the French horns. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is fairly unusual. A lot more common for philharmonics. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 trumpets, 3 trombones, 2 tubas, a timpani player, percussions, another percussion, or no, I think he's, no, this guy is such an important person. The job of this person is to turn the pages of the piano player, because here we have a piano player, he's playing a keyboard, but it's going to go through a speaker, it's going to sound like a piano, and the job of this guy over here is to flip the pages with such accuracy that it does not interrupt a second of what the piano player is doing. But welcome today, how you doing? And then we have 2 harps over here. So yeah, this guy, like this, a job like this is a full-time job. Like, you need to practice flipping pages. That's how difficult it is. And then, of course, we have the director over here, who, being a conductor, like director or conductor, being a conductor is one of the more difficult jobs in music, because this guy knows every note that every single one of these instruments in this entire room is playing at every given time. And he is the human metronome for all of them. Like, chances are, the conductor over here has given specific instructions to the page flipper over here. I think he has another name or something. But yeah, we have that going on, and let's see where this goes. That was a long time just for the first 7 seconds. Let's see where it goes. So yeah, we're getting those qualms. Okay, so now we switch over to the lower side of the violins, the cellos, giving us a little bit of rhythm. We have a snare giving us this like very, very, very cool rhythm, kind of like a rushed march. And then we have the trumpets playing with mutes. So a muted trumpet is gonna look something like this. Usually trumpets can have, like, these types of brass instruments, you can put mutes on these. And the different types of mutes will give you different sounds. Right now the trumpets are playing probably with the good old aluminum mute, one of the more standard ones, which, by the way, in orchestral music, the instruction for it is called con sordino. Sordino means mute, right? So with the mute, we're having that, and these trumpets are playing these chords right now. We're getting the accompaniment of whatever is about to happen. Accompaniment, of course, being the backing band, whatever is not taking the spotlight at the moment, right? So why sometimes you close song requests? Because the bot only has so many requests that it can take. So for the live queue, during the stream, we pick one song out of however many requests we get. We use bot tricks for this because it's the only one that we found that is reliably cross-platform. And this one has a limit of 50. It has a limit of 50 at a time. I can't change it. I've tried with Botrick support. I haven't. It's been unsuccessful, my attempts. So it's a hard limit. So with that, yeah, we give a window for people to request. Yeah, that's why. So yeah, let's continue. That's where it goes. We bring in the woodwinds. My what? Oh, okay, so we bring this to a stop. Is Rich, check your what? I mean, to check your points, just type exclamation point points. That's how you're going to see how many points you have. All right, let's see. So now we bring in the timpani. Let me go back a couple of seconds because I missed this. We bring this to silence and... Oh, a timpani roll. All right, there we go. So now we are, of course, we have the timpani giving a bum, 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 which, again, I should probably keep the orchestral image open. No, it's this one. So the timpani, of course, being these big drums over here. I'm just going to keep the orchestra open. These are very, very cool to write for. Very difficult to write because, as you can see, there's only 4. So you have to be very careful with what notes you give each. We're having this one, and now we are bringing a variation of the motif being done in what is called tremolo. Tremolo. I mean, it could be tremolo. It could just be that we are doing repeated notes. The difference is that repeated note is going to be in a specific rhythm. So could tremolo. Some of these things are kind of synonymous. Repeated notes, of course, being when you just repeat a note, right? So instead of me doing, for example, this, I repeat notes depending on which rhythm I want. Or could I even do 16th notes? Oh, I could pull it off, look at that! So yeah, that kind of thing, right? Or triplets, right? Oh man, those 16th were difficult. Yeah, it's not easy to play piano. So, we're having now a repeated note version of the motif, which I think is the same. Let's see where it goes. Yep. Not sequenced this time. Now it's sequenced. We bring in the brass in the background to play some chords. To add a little bit of extra layers to this. It's really cool. Okay, so now we have gone into our next section. We now don't have the full version of the motif. We have mostly the strings doing what is called runs. Runs in music is just when you're playing a scale, and you're doing it usually in a very fast way. In this case, instead of just playing a scale up and down really fast, we're repeating the notes down, up and down. We're having this like cascading effect of the notes. Really, really cool, while we are still having that percussion, the rest of the orchestra giving us this awesome, very tense rhythm. Let's see where it goes. Okay, and now the violins have switched from that cascade to arpeggios. So arpeggio is when you play a chord one note at a time. Let me give you a clear, an easy example, right? So here's C major in a block chord. Here it is arpeggiated. Hidden, welcome today, how you doing? So yes, we're having this going on over here, and of course these violins are doing more than just playing the 3 notes, right? So it's going a little bit higher up, kind of thing. We're escalating it more, giving it a more complete shape than this. Is really cool. Let's see where it goes. It's a variation of the motif for sure. All right, we repeat notes and as it is almost customary at this point with Final Fantasy, we bring in the chorus. Right now it seems to be the men's chorus. So a chorus is going to be divided into the vocal ranges of people. The standard that we have nowadays is the SATB, which stands for soprano, alto, tenor, and bass. This already is about 90, maybe 95% of the world population. Sopranos, of course, being the higher range for women, alto being the lower range for women, tenors being the higher range for men, still lower than altos, and basses being the lower range for men. There are a couple of extra ones. There's, for example, between soprano and alto, there's mezzo soprano, which means kind of soprano. And then between the tenor and the bass, we have the baritone. This is going to be anywhere between 95 and 99.99% of the population. Anywhere between these two numbers. So yes, mezzo-soprano is going to have either the full range of a soprano and an alto, or somewhere in between. Baritone, same thing. It's either going to have the full range of both tenor and bass, or somewhere in between. For example, in my case, I am a baritone. I have a good chunk of the range range for the tenor, a good chunk of the range of the bass, just not all the way for both. So yeah, we're having this, and right now it seems we're having the male end, the men's end of the chorus, giving us these like really, really cool. There's something about action and just having the men's chorus being being sung. It gives you that very very primal sense of motion. Whereas if once you include the women, it gives you a more angelical motion. It's very, very different. So let's see where this goes. Oh, and more importantly, the chorus is the men are doubling the brass instruments. So the brass instruments being the trumpets, the trombones, the tubas, maybe the French horns. I don't think the French horns are there, but is doing a doubling. Doubling being when you have more than one instrument playing the same thing at the same time. It's very much essential in an orchestra for you to have multiple parts doing the same thing. Because, yeah. Imagine writing a piece where every single person here is doing something completely different and somehow still making it coherent. Damn near impossible. So yeah, just keep it simple. So let's see where it goes. Ooh. And off the ramp we go. Off the ramp, of course, being a colloquial term that I use. Colloquial, by that I mean there's no official academic definition for this, or at least I'm choosing not to use it for the sake of simplicity. And off the ramp is what I call a specific type of transition. It can be as short as a couple of beats. It can be as long as a section, as it might be over here. And the purpose of it is to make your listener feel suspended up in the air at the mercy of inertia, waiting to see where you land, kind of like going off a ramp. How do you do that? Remove the drums. Maybe the bass as well. In this case, we remove the drums. We have the violins doing those repeated note motifs. Let's see where it goes. With the brass still doing the thing. Oh, there we go. We bring the full chorus now. Ooh. And now we do a variation of the motif engaging in staccato. Staccato. Staccato is, as you're hearing, it's short bursts of the notes. The opposite of staccato being legato. Legato usually. So if I were to put in the keyboard, right? So staccato, very short. And then legato. That kind of thing, right? So, oh, this is so cool. This is so cool. Let's see where it goes. There's the French horns. There's the French horns doing what sounds to be an elongated version of a variation of the motif. Elongation being when you slow down something musically. It can be pretty much anything, but elongation just means to play it slower than before. And oh my god, it's always so good to have the French horns playing this kind of melodies. Let's see where it goes. Entirely rhythmic right now. Very much building rhythm right now. There we go. We bring back some melody with the men's part of the chorus. Repeating this type of the motif, which might be a variation of the original. Doubling with the violins. Very cool. Doubling the melody with the violins. Oh, this is so cool. Off the ramp again. We bring in a piano. I heard a voice there. Sounds like probably women singing. We tone it down and... So yeah, now we have the French horns doing a very, very cool cool melody over here, while the percussions and some of the other brass are engaging in what is called accents. So these accents, of course, we're having this rhythm going and we're just having other instruments highlighting that. Accents usually in music is for accentuation, which is to highlight specific points in the rhythm. Usually it's not necessarily in your beat, but since this is orchestral music and the beat can be whatever, then you can highlight, you can accentuate your beat, and oh my god, it's brilliant. We're accentuating the timpani in this case. Timpani again being these big drums over here. Let's see where it goes. Alright, suspend it a little bit, and... there we go. We bring back the main scores. Slightly different accompaniment this time. And this time what we've done is we've flipped the rhythms around. So in the previous section, we had the melody being a little bit slower than the rhythm. Now we flipped it around. Now we have the vocals being, the melody being a little bit, being more on the rhythm side, and having the rhythm, the accompaniment section doing this. It's really cool, like swapping these around and having the melodies adapt to this. This is really cool. Let's see where it goes. Bunch of doublings for every layer. Nice. We grill the cadence. Nice. That high note. Very nice. Resolve it. So yeah, right now what we did, we built a cadence, and now we are doing a continued resolution. We're prolonging the resolution. Once again, when you're making music, you're doing one of two things. You are building tension, or you're resolving that tension. That point in between, we usually call the cadence. Now, when it comes to the resolution, you can always just echo out what just happened to prolong what happened. So, for example, most of the time, cadence is going to be done via chords, right? So let's bring the C major, right? So we bring. So if we resolve it there, and then we continue highlighting. Even though we already did the resolution, still insisting on that resolution can still help prolong the thing. And of course, you can always do stuff like moving the bass around, so... So even though we are repeating the same chord overall, just that little bit of motion at the bass can make a difference. And right now we have the whole melodies going on and everything. So you didn't know? Wait, you can like the live stream? Huh? I'm not used to that, so there you go. That has so many connotations. It's awesome. So yeah, let's see where this goes. So we're having this resolution. Now we resolve it. Now we go into the next section. Variation of the motif in the violins. And I think here maybe the mixing had some issues over here. I think right now is supposed to be the women singing. I think the women are supposed to be singing right now, because I do hear some voices, but they're very, very far back in the mix. I don't know if this is deliberate or not. I would be very distraught if this turned out to be an error in the mixing. But I think I can hear, the female vocals a little bit. It might be a smaller ensemble for that, but we're basically doing the same thing we did, a similar thing we did before with the men's vocals, just switching it over to the women's vocals. Because in instrumentation or orchestration, that always helps, right? Like just repeating something with a different instrument or a different line or a different group can have some insane repercussions. So let's see where it goes. Alright, there we go. We bring back the original motif with the repeated notes, with those brass instruments playing those chords, giving us a little bit of a slower melody, bit of contrast. Sequenced, same as before. We already have that, so right now we are doing, this is called a recapitulation, by the way. Recapitulation. Recapitulation just means you are repeating something you've done before, almost one-to-one, usually one-to-one, exactly as you did it before. And right now we are doing just that. Let's see where it goes. Wiz, thank you for the follow. Welcome to Moshpit. Welcome today. How you doing? Wait, did you come here to tell people to go to your channel? Did you really just do that? Did you actually just do that? Nah? Okay, good. 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 I was not. I would not expect you to be that stupid. So let's. Let me go back a couple of seconds. I missed this. Oh, come back. So we're doing these runs once again, and I don't know, Neptune. I don't think so. No. Let's see. So we're building up. We bring back some of the rhythm from before. So right now we have pretty much looped back to before. It's just came here for fun. Sounds good. So yeah, now we're having this what's it called? The Twitch, please stop. Thank you. Appreciate it, Zelmic. So yes, we now have, it seems like we have looped. So we're just repeating what we've done before, which nothing wrong with that. This is pretty fucking good. So let's see where this goes. Oh, yeah, and now we're having, so now this time we are really letting both the bass drum and the timpani just go completely at it. Let's see where this goes. Yeah, we did this one before. Let's see where this goes, because this is recapitulation. So this could have looped. This could have looped over again. Let's hope it doesn't fade out. Let's hope it doesn't fade out. Wait, no. No, this is different this time. This is different. I think it's different this time. Let's calm that a little bit more. The piano's a bit more audible. Yeah, the women sound very quiet over here. The women sound very, very quiet. I really hope this was deliberate. I really hope that this was intended in the composition. Because, oh, if like the microphones malfunction and they didn't pick on the women over here, that would be so painful, because this is such a high quality recording. And the thing is, right, recording an orchestra is very expensive. Like, even if you go for one of the like more accessible ones, like the Budapest Film Orchestra and one of those, which is like a tenth of the price from other orchestras, you're still gonna spend at the very least $5,000-$10,000 for like a 10-minute recording. So I hope this is deliberate. I hope that this is deliberate. But yeah, like I can kind of hear some singing a little bit quieter, but I'm not sure. Let's see where it goes. Yeah, there was the women's. We bring back this change in rhythm. We have the French horns giving us the melody, variation of the motif, I think. Okay, yeah, this time I think it's a little different. We have the men giving us this while the violins are doing the repeated note version of this. Oh boy. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, now we're completely off the ramp. And it took even Nintendo until... No, I think it was a deliberate choice for Nintendo to not orchestrate their stuff before that. Because Nintendo's very efficient. Like, in that sense, like, Nintendo is... right now, they're just a patent troll company, but they've always been very efficient at what they do. And they know where to keep things affordable and where not to. And most of Nintendo's run has been using virtual instruments. They haven't needed orchestras. They never needed orchestras. They chose to engage with an orchestra. It's not a stupid... Yeah, I don't think so, no. I think it's just badly phrased. Anyway, let's see where it goes, because we're about to end this... Oh, beautiful cadence there, the high notes. So yeah, now we have the cadence here, the prolonged resolution without the percussion this time. Let's see. Yeah, there's the women's voices. I can hear them now. They're supposed to be there. They're just drowned in the mix. Oh boy, I really hope this was deliberate. I really hope this is like some play on, oh yeah, Japan, you're supposed to oppress women kind of thing. So we're just gonna drown them in the mix. I really hope I really hope this is a deliberate choice, because the women's voice, like, the women's voices are so beautiful, and you really want them to stand out in this kind of thing. And right now they're being drowned by everything else. So that I find concerning. But let's see where this goes. Oh, the violin melodies are beautiful. And how are you gonna end this? We remove the layers. Now we bring back just to the string orchestra. One last, yep, we let it go to one last cadence. It echoes out, and there you have it. There you have it. I really hope that they didn't, that this was deliberate, that they deliberately turned down the women's voices in the mix or something like that, because, oh, if they were supposed to be louder than this, that would be painful. Well, yeah, anyway, there you have it. There you have it. That was Away from the Final Fantasy XVI original soundtrack. Once again, everybody, this has been a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician and composer, and my objective here has been to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what's happened here musically. So, if you're watching this on the YouTube video archive thing, thank you for watching. Make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member. Once again, everybody, if we somehow hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube before Christmas of 2025, not very possible, not very likely, but, you know, still possible. If we somehow do that, on top of doing the fan fiction audiobook, I will play a single video game voted by the community. We also have a member who offered to do a Discord Nitro giveaway. We probably will do other types of giveaways as well, and that kind of stuff, right? This has to be achieved through legitimate and honest means only. No account duping, no botting, no buying followers, no alt accounting, no rat behaviors like that. Instead, go share the videos, the streams with your friends, with your families friends, with your friends' families. Those are two very distinct concepts, by the way. With your online and offline communities, go share the videos all over the place. Use the hype function on YouTube. I don't know how it works, but we have a group on the Discord that does. Link down below. Go check out, coordinate with them. Now, artists, Masayoshi, if for some reason, or anybody else on YouTube, or otherwise, if you want to collaborate, let me know. I want to collaborate with anyone and everyone. So if you want any of my musical skills, whether it is my guitars, my Mongolian throat singing, you know, the good old ooh, 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 kind of thing, or regular singing, or voice acting, or anything else for other collaborations, just let me know, reach out, let me know. We'll make it happen. And if you're in the audience and you know any artist that could benefit from it, let them know. Reach out and let them know. Please do not harass anyone. Please do not spam anyone. Be cool about it. Don't be a rat. Members get early access to the content. I schedule the videos for the week on Saturdays, and if you're a paid member on YouTube, regardless of your tier, you get access to the videos when I schedule them, at least for the LFAs. So become a member today. If you want to listen to this without me interrupting every 3.5 seconds, I will be linking it in the description down below. If you want to request a song and you are not on the live stream, check the pinned comment in this video. If you're in the live stream, you can go ahead and start requesting. And if you want to catch the streams when they happen live, we aim for Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Central European Time. So if you live in Hanoi and you're like, yeah, but what time is 6 p.m. in Hungary? I don't live there. Do not worry. Just go to the Discord or the Twitch. Both are linked down below. And the schedule is going to show in your local time zone. Do that. And follow the gaming channel. I have a gaming channel because, of course, I have a gaming channel. I'm a YouTuber. What else could I possibly have? Games are Bastard. That's where I put the gaming after shows when they happen. They get recorded live on the main channel, and then the recordings go over on the gaming channel. Link down below, or just search on YouTube. Same username as James R. Bastard. Just swap the J for a G, and you got it. And yeah, there you go. It's been a while since we did Final Fantasy, dude. There you go. Away, Final Fantasy 16. Really good stuff, man. Really good stuff. But yeah, let's move on.